So, a question a lot of people ask is, why do good people suffer? Or why do bad things happen to good people? I wonder why, because it sure sucks to see people that did a lot of good go through hard times.
Yeah, it sure sucks, but, well, life happens indiscriminately. It rains on everyone and it shines on everyone. Come rain, come shine. It favors everyone differently.
It makes sense to put it that way. So, why do people suffer?
Firstly, what does it mean to suffer? To suffer can mean experiencing physical or emotional pain, distress or hardship, or enduring difficult circumstances such as illness, loss, or trauma, or feeling a sense of discomfort, sadness, or anguish. Suffering can be a complex and subjective experience, and people may respond to it in different ways. Some may find ways to cope and heal, while others may struggle to find meaning or relief.
All right, that's clear. So, how do we suffer?
Human suffering can arise from various factors, including physical causes, illness, injury, or pain, emotional and psychological factors, trauma, loss, grief, anxiety or depression, social and environmental factors, poverty, inequality, discrimination, or natural disasters, existential questions, uncertainty, meaning making, or the search for purpose.
So, why do we have to suffer?
There are philosophical and spiritual perspectives that offer different insights to why, and the idea behind suffering, such as suffering as a natural part of life. Life is full of ups and downs. Suffering happens to be less desirable, which logically means suffering are the downs in life. Suffering as an opportunity for growth or learning. Suffering may be very important in life to become better, for without suffering, one cannot seem to appreciate the good times or strive to have and maintain the good times. Suffering as a result of human actions or choices. As humans, we suffer as a result of self-inflicted suffering or suffering inflicted on us by others, all from our interactions with each other and the choices we make. To be alive does come with suffering. It is inevitable. Whether you are a good or evil person, young or old, man or woman, you must suffer.
You can't argue with that, but suffering is a concept that is difficult to come to terms with. Would you agree?
Sure, there is nothing to look forward to in suffering except there is a promised end that is highly desired. Personally, I believe that suffering is part of life, and it comes either naturally or man-made. When suffering comes naturally, we suffer firstly from being alive, because life is a learning process you have to experience, or in other words, suffer to grow and develop. It is also as a result of the earlier mentioned ways which we can avoid, such as sickness, trauma, or natural disasters. Man-made suffering. I say it come in two ways. Firstly, our desires. According to the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48, it says, "From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much more will be asked." This verse emphasizes the idea that with greater blessings, resources, or opportunities comes greater responsibility and accountability. So when we desire indiscriminately, we tend to have our priorities and goals mixed up, leading to a poor experience in life with unfulfilled expectations after some or plenty of effort. So I'm not saying you shouldn't desire, but life would be easier with fewer desires. The second reason behind man-made suffering is choice. The first man, Adam, was given everything, but made the wrong choice, which led to the suffering that comes with knowledge. Believe it or not, ignorance is bliss. As humans, we all have two choices, which are do and don't. Adam had the choice of do eat the apple or don't. Doing and not doing are both reasonable choices. But here is where suffering comes from, making the choice out of pure ignorance.
Oh, wow. That is so true. Given all the things the serpent said, you would wonder why not?
The book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13 it says, "Therefore my people go into exile for their lack of knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude is parched for thirst." The book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." So back to suffering. Suffering is part of life. When suffering comes naturally, it is collectively suffered and brings unity. However, we would suffer way less if we desired less and chased knowledge.
Yeah, I think that gives a lot of meaning to suffering. I'm going to be doing a lot of thinking tonight for sure.